What is up, everyone? My name is Jack Southall, back again with another video, and today I'm here with my WWE SmackDown review for October the 18th, 2016. And thought this was a fun show, honestly, especially for the main event, which was very, very interesting. Definitely not really something that I've seen a lot on WWE TV over the past few years, to see a jobber get a world title match in the main event. It's pretty interesting in my opinion. But anyway, let's not muck around, let's get straight into the show. So of course, James Ellsworth, who was wrestling AJ Styles later on for the WWE World title, is warming up backstage, and then Ambrose comes into the backstage area and gives him a t-shirt. It's an official t-shirt the WWE put out. It's just him and his face, and it's just all scrunched up. It's friggin' hilarious. And Ambrose is pretty much getting him ready for his match later on tonight. So, of course, we get to our first match, which is Randy Orton versus Luke Harper. Standard match. Beforehand, Orton was on the microphone saying that evil runs in Bray Wyatt, and that suffocating him and going crazy, and that he's got an even bigger problem than Wyatt, and that his wrath and his vengeance is coming for him, and all that stuff. And then it cuts to Bray Wyatt, and like there's all these people in sheep masks surrounding him while he's in this coffin for some reason, and that Wyatt says he's going to have so much fun thinking about beating the crap out of Orton, but Wyatt says he's here, lights go out, and then Luke Harper comes in to have the match with him. So, pretty standard match. Orton went for his superplex, match is going on as normal. Lights go out, and they come back on. The men in the black sheep wheel the casket out, and pretty much Wyatt, who's watching from the floor while Harper's continuing, they keep having their match. And then Wyatt messes around with the casket on the outside, and as soon as they started messing around with the casket, I'm like, Kane's going to be inside there, you know for certain, because every time there seems to be a fucking casket in WWE, Kane seems to pop up for some reason, and that's exactly what happened. Of course, for those of you who don't know, Kane teamed up with Orton to take on the Wyatt family last week. So he won the match. So Randy Orton won the match by DQ after Wyatt ran in to attack him. But of course, Kane came out of the casket. They evened out the odds and pretty much all that. So yeah, didn't really know about that segment, honestly. I know they've been kind of putting this kind of silly, dark man games kind of thing that they've been doing over the last week, but at least it's something, man. At least it's something interesting. I'm not really sure where this is going to lead between Wyatt family and Orton. This seems to be something that's still going on. Now that there's this Raw versus SmackDown match, maybe they might be teaming up, and this is maybe Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon's way to kind of put that feud to rest, which would be pretty weird, but we'll have to wait and see as time progresses. But so anyway, after that segment, we get to AJ Styles getting interviewed, and that he just knows that Dean Ambrose is going to try and make fun of him tonight, and that this could be the moment like when David Arquette won the WCW World title. He drops that, which was interesting, and that he's going to find Ambrose and take him apart, and that he's if he decides to lose the title to James Ellsworth. So yeah, AJ is trying to make a statement and all that shit. Also, I actually bought his blue t-shirt the other day off eBay, so I'm hoping to get that in the mail soon. Pretty cool shirt, actually. Then we get to Alexa Bliss taking on Naomi. Of course, I think Naomi beat Naomi beat someone last week to get the shot, and Alexa was watching backstage, so that's what I can remember. So this is their match between the two. Pretty alright match, very, very decent in my opinion. Nothing spectacular, but it's a SmackDown women's match. It's not meant to be that much. But Naomi went to the top, but Bliss cuts her off, gets to the mat, and then she does a Twisted Bliss thing, which is the cool moonsault flippy thing. Alexa wins, and then Bliss kicks Naomi out of the ring, and then Renee Young comes in to interview her, and pretty much builds up a match against Becky Lynch in Glasgow for the women's title and all that stuff. So yeah, I've kind of been digging Alexa Bliss recently. She's starting to really grow on me. I feel like she's very athletic. She's beautiful, and yeah, she's done very well for herself in the SmackDown brand. And Naomi's done a very good job as well ever since she's moved to SmackDown. She had that thing with Tamina as a bodyguard, and it just really wasn't going anywhere when she was a heel. But this whole glow gimmick is starting to grow on me. Like the dancing, I thought it was a bit silly at first, the dancing. I still think it kind of is, but it's eventually grown on me on time. So yeah, I'm digging these two girls at the moment. So then we get to Apollo Crews versus the debut match of Kurt Hawkins, and surprise, surprise, he didn't wrestle. So Hawkins is out there and says he has a chance to make Apollo Crews, Apollo lose. And of course, when he comes out, his facts are in the background and all that. And then Crews pretty much slaps him in the face. Hawkins is like, you know what? Because of you, Apollo, you just took everyone away from my debut. So, is this going to be his thing? Because if it is, it's going to get really annoying really quickly. I know he's meant to be a heel, and that's designed to piss everyone off. But come on, man. Just fucking wrestle at least. I think they're doing this because Eva Marie is off filming a fucking movie at the moment. And that's why maybe they're giving it that gimmick to him and all that. So, yeah. Then we get to this really damn good promo between Carmella and Nikki Bella, and Carmella pretty much she referenced how John Cena is pretty much the only reason why Nikki Bella is at the top of the game, and Nikki said, no, it's because I'm fearless and I work hard. And then Carmella shows clips from Total Bellas and Total Divas and all the reality shows that she's been a part of, and it shows her being really clingy to John, and the time she freaked out over a little frog. Like, are you fucking serious? But which I thought was actually quite funny, and I'm surprised no one had actually brought it up yet. And Nikki Bella's like, you know what, the reason why I don't bring up John anyway is because when it comes to business in the ring, it's about, you know, what my time and all that kind of shit. So eventually they trade words with each other until Carmella leaves before a big fight breaks out. So yeah, that was a really good segment. I actually really enjoyed that a lot. How Carmella pretty much called her out on why she became successful and the longest reigning Divas champion of all time, because I don't think it's been referenced like directly before, you know, saying like the only reason you're big is because of John Cena. Like, no, I don't think I've heard any diva reference that so far. Yeah, I think AJ Lee like a year or two ago kind of mentioned that talent is not sexually transmitted, but she never said you're only on top because you fuck John Cena. Like, I that was pretty cool, honestly. Nikki, she actually did alright to kind of fight back, but yeah, just very good segment. Go check it out if you can. Then we get to a 6-man tag team match. It is Heath Slater, Rhino, and Dolph Ziggler taking on The Miz and the Spirit Squad. This is nothing 6-man tag, just an excuse to get everyone on the show. It's all good. But the Miz and the Spirit Squad end up winning, which I don't really have a problem with. Not really sure what's going to happen. And that seems to be with most of the feuds going into this, because I don't really know what's going to happen. Are they going to have matches at Survivor Series? But the big 5-on-5 matches that are going to take place, which I'm happy that Survivor Series this year is focusing on the 5-on-5 matches, because that's what they should be. Like last year, they didn't even announce one until like the day of the show, which is just fucking stupid. But yeah, so I think Miz and Ziggler are going to be on a team, probably, maybe on like the big Raw and SmackDown team, but you know, I'm just waiting to see what happens here. Maybe Ziggler and Miz have one last match. Not sure what's happening with the Spirit Squad. Maybe put them in the tag division. I don't even know how long they're going to last, but whatever they do, don't put the belts on them again. They had it on them like 10 years ago. We don't need them anymore. So then we get to Daniel Bryan backstage talking with Shane McMahon about the upcoming Survivor Series matches and how Raw accepted the challenge and all that. And then Natalya decides to walk in because she wants to be part of the 5-on-5 women's tag team match. You know, fair enough. And then she pretty much makes Daniel Bryan look at a bunch of cat videos or whatever, and pretty much a Whitney Houston speech and all that. Yeah, it was pretty silly. Then we get to Jack Swagger versus Baron Corbin for the 10,000th time. Well, they haven't had that many matches between each other, but it definitely seems like it in the past, I'd say, few weeks. So Baron Corbin won. Good. Swagger sucks. So yeah, so much for that big push for Swagger. Well, it wasn't really going to be a big push anyway, but Swagger lost. Yay. You know, Baron Corbin wins. I don't know what they're going to do with Corbin. Put him with something, I guess, but yeah, at least he's got something going with Swagger, but I don't really know how long it's going to be. Then we get to, so backstage, Bryan is still suffering through Natalya showing her cat videos, and then Dean Ambrose walks in with the referee shirt, and he's like, alright, I'm ready to be the referee for this match, man, I can't wait. And Bryan's like, look, man, you can't be the referee in this match tonight. And he's like, wait, what? Why not? You can be timekeeper, ring announcer, commentator, any of those things. And Ambrose is just like, Yeah, and Brian's like, wait, which one are you picking, dude? So I thought that was pretty funny. Yeah, Ambrose was really funny in this match. The WWE World Title match between James Ellsworth and AJ Styles. He did the ring announcing for this, and pretty much saying the man who has two hands with a fighting chance, James Ellsworth. He got his own Tron. He got his own theme music. I think they might be signing James Ellsworth because, oh man, this is just ridiculous at this point. He's so over. So pretty much be a pathetic babyface and you'll get over as fuck, man. And then, of course, he buried AJ Styles verbally. And how it starts off the match, he, like, rings the bell, like, for a really long time. And AJ, he just kept getting distracted. AJ, just don't worry about him and focus on your match. So pretty much, during the whole match, Ambrose was trying to distract Styles so Ellsworth can get the win. And pretty much, like, throughout the whole thing, you know, he was saying, oh, check out the t-shirt on the Titantron right now, and pretty much telling him do all this stuff. And, like, AJ tried to throw Ellsworth out of the ring so he can get the count-out victory, but then every time he would throw him out, Ambrose would throw him back in, and he says, you better not, dude. And then Ellsworth hits a sweet chin music, or no chin music, which is hilarious, goes for a really close 2 count. And the crowd goes crazy because I almost thought he was going to win. It was pretty nuts. And then AJ hits a spine buster. Really nice spine buster, by the way. But Ambrose hits the dirty deeds on AJ. And winner by DQ was James Ellsworth. Pretty much as... during the match, AJ would just like keep beating up Ellsworth, and like 1, 2, 3, 4, like did the big count, and he couldn't handle it anymore. Then afterwards, that's when he hits him with the dirty deeds, and Ambrose announces that James Ellsworth is the winner and all that, and that he has more wins over AJ than John Cena. Fans go crazy. He can't even stand up properly, and that's how we end the show. So, yeah, fun episode. I quite enjoy. It's a given. I like SmackDown so much more than Raw. I will talk about the Goldberg return because I do think that is worthy of talking about. But other than that, what has Raw got going for them at the moment? You know, oh, we have women inside Hell in a Cell. Well, I'll talk about that as well when I talk about Goldberg. But so yeah, overall, SmackDown was a fun episode. I enjoyed the James Ellsworth stuff. It was silly. It was stupid. The Nikki Bella and Carmella interaction was very well done in my opinion, and just most of the matches were just kind of filler and just there, but like some of the segments were very well done in my opinion. And thank you guys for watching this video. This is pretty much going to be it here. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment down below what you thought of this episode of SmackDown. If you want to see more from me, hit that subscribe button. You're glad you did. Twitter and Instagram's at ChuckermanLaw31. You want to check me out there. Also check out the Bullshit Club, Bill Marcus TV, and the 5/8. The links will be in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm out in 3, 2, 1.